I never wanted drama with the HOA. I just wanted a quiet lakefront life. My house sits on a private cove of Lake Norman, North Carolina, with its own deeded dock that predates the neighborhood by 40 years. When I bought the place in 2019, the first thing I did was bring my baby home. A 1998 42-foot Hatteras sport fisher. I restored myself and christened the Kraken. Matte black hull, teal accents, twin 820 horsepower diesels that growl like dragons. She's not subtle. She's not supposed to be. For 3 years, nobody complained. Kids waved when I fired her up. Neighbors asked for rides. Then came Karen Whitmore, self-appointed president of the Willow Cove, HOA, and her pastel squadron of clipboard commandos. It was a Saturday in May. I was waxing the transom when I heard the golf cart screech to a halt. Karen stepped out in a visor the size of a satellite dish, clutching a manila folder like it was the Dead Sea Scrolls. "Excuse me," she barked. That thing is an eyesore." I wiped my hands on a rag. "Morning to you too, Karen. It's Mrs. Whitmore to you. That boat is hideously ugly and violates at least 17 covenants. It must be removed by Monday or we'll assess fines of $200 a day." I laughed. "Couldn't help it. Karen, this dock is private. Deeded in perpetuity. Your HOA has zero jurisdiction here. I checked with the county last year when your welcome packet showed up. Her face went the color of a ripe tomato. "We'll see about that," she hissed, snapping photos with her phone like a paparazzo. "The board will hear about this abomination." As she stormed off, I called after her, "Tell the board the Kraken says hi." That night, I dug out every survey, every plat map, every scrap of paper from closing. The dock and the 75-foot water frontage were explicitly excluded from the HOA's reach since 1978. Karen had just declared, "War on the wrong captain." Little did I know she was about to make the biggest mistake of her HOA career. Monday morning, a certified letter slid under my door like a venomous snake. Inside, a $2,000 fine for unauthorized maritime structure and visual blight, plus a demand to remove the Kraken within 7 days or face lien and forced sale of my property. The letter was signed by the entire 5-member board, all of them Karen's Bridge Club cronies. I called my attorney, Lisa Chen, shark in heels, former Navy JAG. She read it, laughed for a solid minute, then said, "They just threatened adverse possession on a deeded easement older than most of them. Want to have fun? Hell yes. First move." I filed the 1978 plat map and my deed at the county courthouse, along with a quiet title affirmation just in case. Second move, I installed 4 4K cameras pointed at my dock and cove. Time-stamped, cloud-backed, motion-activated. Karen escalated faster than I expected. Wednesday, a tow truck showed up at dawn with a work order signed by Willow Cove HOA driver. Told me he was paid $800, cash to haul my boat to an impound lot in Charlotte. I showed him the deed, the cameras, and Lisa on speakerphone explaining felony theft and trespass charges. He left so fast his tires smoked. By Friday, Karen had convinced the board to hire a lawyer, some guy named Todd, who still had his community college tassel on his rearview mirror. Todd sent me a cease and desist claiming my dock was now common area because the HOA had been mowing the grass beside it for 20 years. Lisa nearly choked on her coffee when she read that. That night, I invited every lakefront owner outside the HOA boundaries to a dock party. 20 boats showed up. We rafted off, grilled steaks on the Kraken's cockpit, blasted classic rock, and drank until the stars spun. I posted the drone footage to the neighborhood Facebook group with the caption, "Private Dock. Private Party, 0 HOA. Karen lost her mind in the comments, typing in all caps about degenerate, flotillas, and threatening to call the sheriff. Someone replied with a gif of a Kraken eating a golf cart. The post hit 2,000 likes in 12 hours. She had poked the bear. Now the bear was about to bite her entire board in the ass. Lisa called me Tuesday with the kind of news that makes a grown man giggle. "Remember when Karen's board tried to lien your property?" she asked. Turns out they forgot to pay the HOA's liability insurance for 14 months. State law says if premiums lapse more than 90 days, the association automatically dissolves unless reinstated by a supermajority of owners. Guess whose premiums lapsed? I stared at the Kraken rocking gently in her slip. "You're kidding." "Nope. They've been operating as a rogue board since March. Every fine, every letter, every tow truck stunt legally void. I asked the obvious question, so who actually owns the common areas right now? Every lot owner, jointly and severally, including the 7 lakefront lots that never joined the HOA, including you. The pieces clicked like a breech-loading cannon. Over the next week, I quietly bought out 3 cash-strapped owners who hated Karen anyway, gave them 20 grand each above. Market for their lots. Pocket change compared to what my house is worth. Suddenly, I controlled 28% of the dissolved HOA's voting interest, the single largest block. Then I called an emergency meeting under North Carolina's Nonprofit Corporation Act. Posted notice on every door, mailed certified letters, even took out a legal ad in the Mooresville Tribune. Karen tried to block the clubhouse doors with her body. I brought the sheriff's deputy who'd become a fan. After the tow truck incident, she moved. 72 owners showed up, half ready to string Karen up with her own Talbot's cardigan. I laid out the insurance lapse, the illegal fines, the attempted theft of my boat. Then I moved for immediate dissolution and transfer of all common assets to a brand new, voluntary lake association, one that would never have architectural control over private docks. The vote was 68-4. Karen and her 3 remaining cronies screamed about lawsuits. Lisa handed them pre-filed counterclaims for abuse of process, slander of title, and intentional infliction of emotional distress. They went pale. As president of the new and only legal association, I signed the first official resolution that night. Effective immediately, Karen Whitmore, Todd Whitmore, Barbara Jenkins, Susan Park, and Richard Tate are permanently barred from setting foot on any association property, including the boat ramp they once lorded over. I hung the signed ban on the clubhouse door next to a photo of the Kraken. Checkmate. The morning after the ban, I fired up the Kraken at 6 a.m. just because I could. Twin diesels thundered across the cove, rattling Karen's McMansion windows 200 yards away. I idled past her dock, now just a sad, empty finger of wood, and gave 3 long blasts on the air horn. A symphony of freedom. By 8 a.m., a moving truck was parked in her driveway. Rumor had it, Todd's law practice suddenly needed him in South Carolina, permanently. The new voluntary lake association, named Kraken Cove Collective on a drunken dare, had its first official party that weekend. No rules except BYOB and don't be a Karen. 50 boats rafted up. We installed a water slide off the Kraken swim platform. Fireworks at midnight. Someone flew a pirate flag with a teal Kraken that matched my hull. I still have it framed. Karen tried one last stand. She filed a lawsuit claiming emotional damages from the horn blasts. The judge, a fisherman himself, laughed so hard he had to call recess. Case dismissed with prejudice, and Karen got slapped with my legal fees. $38,000. She put the house on the market the next day, $150K below what she paid. The remaining ex-board members scattered like roaches when the lights come on. Barbara moved to a 55-plus community with rules so strict you can't even own a black car. Perfect irony. I used the old HOA treasury, about $62K after we paid off the back insurance, to install a community tiki bar on the old boat ramp, complete with a carved wooden sign. No Karens allowed. Trespassers will be keel-hauled. The Kraken got a new wrap that summer. Matte black with a massive teal Kraken wrapping around the hull, tentacles reaching over the bow like it's grabbing the lake itself. At night it glows under the LEDs. People take selfies with it from kayaks. Every July 4th now, we hold the Kraken Fest. Fireworks, live band on a barge. And at exactly 10,000 p.m. I sound the horn. 3 times in memory of the morning. Karen's reign ended. Last I heard, she's in a condo in Florida, complaining about someone's flamingo decorations. Some days I sit on the flybridge at sunset, cold beer in hand, and watch the lake turn gold. The dock is still mine. The boat is still hideously ugly to exactly the right kind of people, and not a single pastel visor in sight.